What's up, guys? Happy Thursday and welcome to this week's Merce World. I hope you are well. I'd like to begin with saying thank you very much to my buddy Simon for this amazing, I don't know if you can see that, amazing Secret Santa gift. So thank you very much, buddy. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever got me. So each week you guys are kind enough to leave me some comments and I've not really been referring back to them enough. So I'm going to start now at the beginning of each episode referring to some of your comments. So make sure you comment this week because it might be on next week's episode. So if you want any shout outs, anything like that, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best. Dan Blowers doesn't like Marvel. You know, each their own, my friend, each their own. I mean, you know, I'm surprised. I mean, who doesn't like Marvel? Obviously you, Dan, which is fine. Terry Mills and Myron Hamilton. Totally agree with you about The Irishman. It was a bit slow and stuff, but I needed a break. But I still did enjoy the movie. So Mo, who's going to be watching the movie, still give it a go. I'd love to know what you think about it. I did enjoy it, just wasn't up to the standard, as Terry said, about some of the other greats. So great opinions there, guys. Totally agree. Gareth, thank you for a recommendation of Money Heist. I have tried to watch a couple of episodes, but unfortunately for me, I really couldn't get along with the dubbing. Roebuck, about my rocking, I do apologise. I see Mr. Gooby Dog can't unsee that now. Well, please try and unsee it. I'll do my best not to rock. Unfortunately, I'm very energetic and it is also quite cold in my studio sometimes, so I've got to keep moving. So that's probably why. Thank you very much, Nick Byro, for the recommendation on the report. I've actually got it added to my list now on Amazon Prime. It looks really interesting. I will review that for you next week. So thank you very much. Thanks everybody for commenting this week, all the likes and all the shares. Obviously this week you had a chance to win 2 cinema tickets, so I will be doing the draw at the end of the episode, so stay tuned to the end to find out if you're the lucky winner of the 2 cinema tickets that were not claimed last time. That's the comments out of the way, so you know what that means. Let's see what I've been watching this week. V-Wars on Netflix. This is a new series, Netflix original. I really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, this is right up your street. If you're a fan of vampire films, this is right up your street. Because it is a combination of the two. To give you an idea, I don't want to ruin anything, because obviously I think it's a 13-episode series. Hoping they'll do a second series, because it was really, really good and left on such a good cliffhanger. It starts off on a runway, in an icy runway, where a scientist has obviously unearthed some kind of weird bacteria or something like that from some ice age thing. He ends up killing himself. 2 scientists who know him go down to check it out. They get infected, they get flu, they're kind of in isolation for a little while, don't know what's infected them, and then after that they're released to go because there's no signs of anything. And then one of them turns into obviously like a kind of vampire, but a kind of a realistic vampire, if that makes sense, as realistic as vampires can be. As it's set in a kind of real world, not all, you know, sort of disappearing in mirrors and going invisible and sort of charming people, things like that. One guy's a good guy trying to help, you know, sort of fix this. The other guy is obviously sort of giving into the urges and stuff, and the vampire disease has kind of got hold of him. It's a really, really enjoyable show. It's a drama, action, fantasy, is how I'd put it. The lead actor, I believe, was in Lost, actually, and he's a really good looking guy, and he's got a bit old now, and he looks exactly like Rob Lowe. In fact, I should have checked it in case it was Rob Lowe, but it's too young to be Rob Lowe. Is it you, Rob Lowe? I love Rob Lowe. Overall, a fantastic series, really recommended. I'm really looking forward to series 2. So if you haven't watched that one, go check it out. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Have you seen it and what did you think? The movies that make us on Netflix. This isn't a usual sort of thing I'd put on this channel, but I enjoyed it so much, I thought I had to mention it really in case you haven't seen it yet. A little while ago, they did a couple of series on Netflix called The Toys That Made Us, which was really good, you know, sort of watching back sort of toys you had when you were a kid and the whole story behind it, you know, they'll tell you about how an action figure became from a cartoon and how much money it made, etc, etc. So now what they've done is they've made a movie version of this show. I'll talk about one episode really briefly, just to give you an idea. Ghostbusters episode. I love the film Ghostbusters. So you interview all the cast and it tells you, you know, a lot of behind the scenes things you don't know. I mean, maybe if you got the DVDs and Blu-rays, things like that, you know, you might watch all the extras. So it's kind of like a little mini documentary thing, about 40 minutes an episode, and it goes through some of classic films. You know, Dan Aykroyd talking about it. Little facts I didn't know. It was actually originally written as Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, sadly, but he died before they went to film it. Then obviously the script changed. Bill Murray ended up coming in, but it was meant to be Eddie Murphy. There's so much to it. It's really, really interesting. So if you love films, which you obviously do because you're watching this channel, I think you'll find it really interesting and some really nostalgic moments as well. And it's just good to sort of find out some information about films from the 80s or whatever, you know, you never knew about. So have a look at that one, guys, and let me know if you think it's any good. And also, what films do you reckon they should do one about in series 2? Because there's so many I'm thinking of now that I'm like, I'd love to know more about it. So good to know what films you guys like to see an episode of that on. Glass on Sky Movies premiere. Friday the 13th is the premiere, so it's actually tomorrow. Starring James McAvoy, Samuel L. Jackson, and Bruce Willis. And it's actually the third of a trilogy. And realistically, I don't know if it was meant to be a trilogy. It's from M. Night Shyamalan. And if you remember years and years ago, he did a film called Unbreakable, which was about a train crash. And Bruce Willis was the sole survivor without a scratch on him. And then he had a kind of villain who was Samuel Jackson, who had the complete opposite. Won't give you any spoilers if you haven't seen seen it. I didn't really rate it back in the day. To me, it's a very forgettable film in my opinion. A few years ago, James McAvoy was in a movie called Split, which was absolutely fantastic. We had multiple personalities, played a load of different characters. It was about a guy who kidnapped these young schoolgirls, held them hostage while his different characters sort of played out the film. It was a really great movie, actually, a magnificent film. At the end of that movie, there was a twist which basically linked the two films, and this is the third in this trilogy. I didn't particularly like this. I thought it was really poor, if I'm honest. The story was poor, didn't really make a lot of sense. It was kind of a little bit stuck together. It felt like a straight to DVD sort of quality of movie. I just felt a bit ripped off, if I'm honest with you. Really disappointed. I'm actually really gutted that this is one of Sky's main Christmas films because it's just not very good, in my opinion. The story basically brings all the three characters together. I don't really want to give any spoilers away. The film is set in only a few locations. The budget, I don't know how high it was. I mean, obviously you got the big stars. Bruce Willis, let's be honest, recently, of the last X amount of years, 10 years, so every film he's done apparently is for the check. Samuel L. Jackson obviously appeared in it, I think, as a favourite director, but his heart doesn't really seem in it. I don't think there's a lot of room to work with. James McAvoy is the only one who's got any real substance to work with, which he does his best with, but the story is just poor. It's like they picked three completely random films and tried to glue them together using one clip. Overall, I thought it was a terrible film. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you've seen it or if you're going to watch it. I might be way off. It's not natural. We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't. Oh, hi guys, hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please remember to like, share, and leave a comment. It might be read out next week if you are very, very lucky. And don't forget to tell your friends and family about Merseworld. Help our channel and our community grow. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate every single time you click and view my video. Now it's time to announce the winner of the cinema giveaway. And the winner, picked entirely at random, of the 2 Odeon cinema tickets is, drumroll please, Terry Mills. So thank you very much, Terry. Please DM me your details and I will send over the codes for the cinema tickets. So thanks everybody who's taken part. There will be some more giveaways coming up soon. Do me a favor this week, and in the comments section below, please let me know if there's any film or TV show I've recommended so far in the previous 14 episodes that you really enjoyed and appreciated the recommendation for. Feedback is important. So thank you as always, and have a great week, and I will see you next Thursday.